Second day of a probable cause hearing in the torture and death of 11-year-old Jacqueline Mimi Torres Garcia just wrapped up. The judge says he needs more time. He's trying to determine if there's enough evidence to charge Jonatan Nanita with murder and kidnapping charges.
NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney has been following the hearing for a second day. She joins us live now with the latest. Melissa?
Yeah, guys, the judge says he needs at least 2 weeks to make this decision. Now, as this hearing wrapped up, the state brought forth 10 witnesses total to today. And of the 2 that testified, perhaps the most interesting was a woman who is the DCF worker. She hosted a video call with another woman who was pretending to be Mimi all along. Little did everyone know on that call from the DCF side that Mimi was already dead. The state's final 2 witnesses testified in Jonatan Nanita's probable cause hearing.
I was persistently asking when she was returning to the home throughout my investigation.
The first, the DCF social worker who hosted that video call with the 22-year-old woman pretending to be Mimi living with a relative in Virginia, even though Mimi was dead for months at this point. The DCF employee says the focus of the investigation was on Mimi's sister Nina. She said Carla, Mimi's mom, kept pushing back the date Mimi was supposed to return to Connecticut.
And by that point, I asked for all the information for this aunt so that I can speak with her directly.
Did you interview the person you were told was Jacqueline?
Yes.
The last witness, a superintendent with Farmington Public Schools, confirmed that Mimi was homeschooled where Nina was going to school. Carla also signed a photo release for Nina, but for Mimi...
Did Carla consent to the use of photographs or video?
No.
And that is another effort to conspire to keep her out of the public view.
The state arguing that the witnesses showed that Nanita was involved with the kidnapping that subsequently led to the murder of Mimi.
This defendant lived with Mimi Torres. He had access to Mimi Torres. His palm print was located on the exterior of the bin in which her body was stored and then dumped.
It's our view that failing to report a crime, failing to speak up is not, doesn't make one an accessory, doesn't make one a co-conspirator.
The defense argued that there was no evidence that Nanita directly contributed to Mimi's abuse and that Carla controlled the living situation.
We have no evidence that he had any problem or ill will towards Mimi.
And Carla Garcia and Jacqueline Garcia, Mimi's aunt, they'll be in court here tomorrow. They're also charged in connection with her death. Live in Torrington, Melissa Cooney, NBC Connecticut News.